everybody said the same story, so he used to bring Irene apple, sometimes a little sandwich. He used to give her half his lunch. There were some, very few, that they were very nice, sympathetic, human beings. But
Okay, so this was what, 1940?
that was in 44,
44?
just before the war ended. Okay, and we were there till
Well, 45 was already...
From
the end of the
November
war.
until...
44. When was the
War.
end of the war?
45.
All right, so we were there until beginning of May of 45.
Okay.
All right, then they took us to Theresienstadt. That was in Czech
Czech part of...
part of the country. And there were 10,000 people in there, in a little bit of valley.
Yeah.
And we were surrounded with huge tall mountains. But there were rumors that the Swiss
Government?
they want the Germans wanted medication, to buy medication from the Swiss.
Switzerland.
All right. But the Swedish people didn't want the money. They wanted 100,000 Jews. You understand?
Switzerland or Swiss? No, it's two different things.
Swiss,
Schweiz.
the Swiss or the Swiss,
Schweiz.
Switzerland.
Schweiz. What's Schweiz?
The Swiss are from Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Swedes are Sweden.
Now Sweden didn't have a part to.
Oh, Switzerland was cooperating with the Germans.
Switzerland was neutral.
At least in those days people thought they were.
Why were they neutral? Because it was open, so everybody was hoarding their gold.
Switzerland
there.
used to buy all the gold of the German.
They used to buy. They used to bring. People brought them in free, just to
Yeah.
keep it in a neutral country.
Okay, so the Swiss government wanted 100,000 Jews.
Yeah, and the Germans wouldn't give. So they said they're going to drown us, which they had all the pipes, laid out all around the mountain to let the water come in. And all of a sudden we didn't see any Germans anymore. It took us 4 days to find out that finally the war was over.
The war was over?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was in Theresienstadt.
Well, the Americans
No, but I
already
mean,
were...
yeah, I know, but I mean, they were going to flood the Jews right when the war was over?
No,
What
just
time,
before.
I know,
They
but what
planned.
time period was this? How much time from the time that they decided not to flood the valley to the time when the war was over? You talking about days?
A day or two.
See, the Americans were already inside Germany.
Yeah.
we got up in the morning and not a
German around.
German around.
See, the American church already closed.
You understand? So no Germans around. So the men, they started to walk out through the gate until everybody started to walk out through the gate. And then we were walking till
So the American troops.
no, I think it's partisans. Okay. I don't remember that.
You don't know who liberated y'all?
Who liberated us? The war was over.
Yeah, I know,
The
but I
Ameri-
mean, nobody came, either soldiers or,
It took 4 days after the war was over till finally I don't know who came.
The American troops were already coming
They were not Americans.
in. No.
They were, I don't know. They were, I know it wasn't American.
Well, maybe in your section were not Americans. It was the English soldiers.
so do you remember what day it was that they were supposed to flood the waters?
Yeah. 13th of April,
And what day was the war over?
May 14th.
Yeah. It was-
14.
But wait a minute.
Oh, so you're talking about it was a month later the war
no,
was
no,
over.
no. In Slovakia, the war was over earlier. As soon as the Germans
As they
started
retreated
to
from
run,
Slovakia?
yeah, as the Germans ran,
And what town was that? Was that a valley, a town?
the residence stop.
That was, oh,
No,
so they called,
there was more like I don't know
Probably
what
was
it
a
was.
valley.
It was, yeah, it was a valley, but I think it